Hallöchen, Hallöchen, Hallöchen. Herzlich willkommen zurück zu Contradiction. In der letzten Folge haben wir ganz am Ende gesehen, dass James irgend so einen Kuhhandel, also war keine Kuh, dafür war das Paket zu klein, aber irgendeinen Handel mit irgendeinem Typen gemacht hat. Und das möchte ich doch mal sehen, was das war. Da würde ich ihn gerne nachfragen, aber das können wir natürlich nicht. Wir können ihn gar nichts fragen. Das war erfolgreich. Vielleicht gehen wir mal oben gucken, ob da diese Kiste irgendwo steht vielleicht. Ob er die hier irgendwo abgestellt hat. Das könnte ja sein. Gehen wir erstmal hier reingucken. Nö. Vielleicht hat er ja neues Saatgut für seine komischen Drogen da bekommen. Ah ja, schau an, hier können wir was suchen. Was ist das denn?
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Was sind denn Poppy Pods? Eine Box of Poppy Pods. Was sind denn Poppy Pods? Noch nie gehört. Sieht aus wie Zwiebeln. Das scheint irgendein Gemüse zu sein. Okay, dann werden wir James mal danach befragen, was er mit diesen, was auch immer Poppy Pods sind, tut. Ist das was Schlimmes? Sind das auch Drogen?
A few more questions, if you don't mind. What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Feel free to take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
Decoration.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them to grannies.
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Ah.
I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
Sure about that?
Scout's honour.
And who was the guy delivering them?
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you ever sold them to anyone else?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Let's hope not.
Decorations, selling, never expected opium. It's from a friend who didn't want them. Okay. Können wir denn da irgendwas rausfinden? Contradiction-mäßig? Doesn't grow any other drugs. Ich meine, er hat die ja nicht angepflanzt, aber wir probieren es einfach mal. Nee. Ich meine, er baut ja auch keine anderen Drogen an. Die sind ja nicht angebaut. Die Drogen. Was auch immer das ist. Poppy Pods. Ihr habt es wahrscheinlich schon längst gegoogelt. Und dann rausgefunden. Okay.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Gut, dann sollten wir auch noch den Chief anrufen. Das werden wir ja so gleich tun. Wo wir gerade schon mal hier sind. Und dann muss es wahrscheinlich um Contradictions gehen. Wir hören mal zu.
Got something interesting, James?
Very much so, sir. An interesting discovery in Ryan's car. A cheque for £500 from Ryan made out to Kate.
Blimey, how does he explain that?
He said it was an incentive. Apparently he'd heard she was thinking of leaving the course.
What made her so special that they were willing to pay her to stay?
Just a good student, I suppose.
Nah, doesn't add up. £500 is a lot more than an incentive, Jenks. You can buy questions in Parliament for that kind of money. Sounds pretty desperate. Keep on at Ryan about it. Oh, and get yourself another drink.
Another drink. Thanks, Chief.
I'm having one. Bye.
Okay, ich glaube, damit will er uns sagen, wir müssen bei Ryan eine weitere Contradiction finden. Ah ne, Simon, Emma, Rebecca, Ryan und Paul. Okay. Nach was haben wir Paul denn noch nicht
A
gefragt?
few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ach so, nach den Poppy Pods. Ach so.
What do you know about poppy pods? poppy pod. Ever come across anyone selling them, using them? No.
Okay. Naja,
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
da knarzt mein Stuhl mal wieder vor Happiness. Gut, dann gehen wir mal zu Rebecca und fragen sie auch mal nach dem Poppypod. Sie kennt sich ja aus mit Pflanzen, das haben wir schon rausgekriegt. Vielleicht hat sie da auch mehr zu sagen.
Questions, if that's okay. What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
Not that I remember.
Doesn't know much about Poppypods? Warte mal, die hat doch irgendwie, die hat doch viel Ahnung von Pflanzen, oder nicht? Naja, okay. Na gut.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Ich dachte, sie hat auch selber mal gesagt, dass sie viel Ahnung von Pflanzen hat, aber das hat, glaube ich, nur Ryan gesagt. Ryan hat, glaube ich, gesagt, dass Rebecca viel Ahnung von Pflanzen hat. Und das war alles. Da können wir können, das finde ich ja so schade, dass man die nicht gegeneinander ausspielen kann, so ein bisschen. Wir gehen nochmal hinter den Pub, einfach nur just because, ob da irgendwas Interessantes ist, ob die irgendwas weggeschmissen hat in der letzten Stunde. Irgendwas Spannendes. Dieser blaue Filter ist cool, der so Nacht darstellen soll. Finde ich gut. Kann ich hier nochmal Licht machen? Will ich hier nochmal Licht machen? Nein, haben wir schon benutzt. Okay. Ich dachte, vielleicht können wir nochmal nach irgendwas suchen. Gut. Village Hall, irgendwas los? Auch kein Licht an, kein gar nichts. Okay. Simon und Emma.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
So, nach den Poppypods.
Strange question. Have you ever known of anyone selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
Okay. Huch, da hau ich gegens Mikro. Das fällt um.
Okay, that's it for now.
Warum steht das Mikro denn jetzt nicht mehr? So. Sorry.
Odd question, but have you ever seen anyone handling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? As in for opium? No. Though James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he get it from?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital once. I had codeine and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative, apparently, so.
Ist allergisch für an Opiaten? Ist das denn kein Opiat hier? Nee. Okay, ich dachte, das wäre vielleicht auch ein Opiat. Und der hat das ein paar Mal benutzt. Ich kenne mich ja nicht aus, was Opiate sind. Keine Ahnung. So. Weiter Richtung Atlas, aber erstmal überall umschauen, ob nur irgendwas ist. Man weiß ja nie, sonst verpassen wir noch irgendwas. Das wollen wir ja nicht. Schade, dass wir kein Inventarobjekt haben mit der Sache, die da gerade im Wald passiert ist. Mit diesem Keil. Das würde mich ja mal interessieren. Aber irgendwie, ne. Da machen wir uns keine Notizen drüber.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Know anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Doesn't matter.
Had sex. Okay. Hat er nicht gesagt, er weiß nicht viel von Pflanzen? Nee, aber hier, has no interest in drugs. Nee, schade. Ich dachte, das passt vielleicht.
Probably be back later.
Okay, ich würde jetzt sagen, ich gucke jetzt mal nach. Aber ich glaube, wir müssen, ja, wir brauchen eine Contradiction. Das heißt, nein, da wollte ich nicht hin. Ich fange jetzt an, bei Ryan eine Contradiction zu suchen. Und arbeite mich dann durch mit der Contradiction-Suche und melde mich dann danach wieder bei euch zurück. Bis gleich.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Mhm, aber das vielleicht. Die werden nicht bestochen, auf keine Art und Weise. Yes!
Aha. So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way, except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
You said you were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector. It was an incentive, that's all, a little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
So Ryan's claiming the money was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
Tja, das ist jetzt die Frage. Okay.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Wir gucken mal woanders nach einer Contradiction. Und zwar bei Paul. Ich habe mich ein bisschen auf die zwei so ein bisschen fixiert. Die verstricken sich mehr und mehr in Lügen. Bis gleich. Okay, da finde ich auch nichts. Dann probiere ich es mal bei Simon und Emma, ob wir da nicht noch irgendwas finden. Wir fangen diesmal mal mit Simon an. Warum nicht? Bis gleich. Moment, aber ist Morphium denn kein Opiat, wenn Saliva das schon nicht ist? Yes!
Aha. You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium. You didn't take the morphine at all, did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Go on.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate. To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
What candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean, test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me. And the other person's the...
Victim?
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing. Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Well, I can't change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear. Atlas seemed to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
Oha. Da möchte ich aber jetzt mal Ryan oder Paul nachfragen. Wir gehen erstmal zu Paul. Dieses Prime Candidate Testing, das klingt ja ein bisschen uncool. Da fragen wir Paul mal direkt nach, was er dazu sagt.
Questions, please. What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean to be a prime candidate?
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, it's a little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
Okay. Ja gut, da sehe ich jetzt keine Contradiction auf Anhieb. Nur gerade räuspern. So, dann gehen wir jetzt zu Ryan und fragen ihn nochmal danach. Nach diesen Prime Candidates. Gucken, was er dazu zu sagen hat.
Ask you a couple more things, please. Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students, the ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It's a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you? I really wouldn't trust anything that Simon Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives, more than I.
A motive to kill her, do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
Hä? Students aren't tested? Aber der hat doch hier... Wo hat er das denn gesagt, dass die getestet wurde? War das das? Nee, aber er hat doch irgendwas gesagt, dass er... Dass das ein Test war. Wo haben wir das denn? Wo war das denn? Da. To test her. Da ist es. Zack, boom, bang. Aha.
Well, which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because...
Ja?
Because we wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid. He knew it was against course rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference! If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility. So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We had nothing to do with it.
Alter. Oh, 12 Uhr! 12 Uhr!
Midnight, and still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
Ja eben, das würde ich nämlich auch sagen. Der hat sich ein bisschen zu sehr aufgeregt, als dass er nichts damit zu tun hat. Da werden wir uns mal in der nächsten Folge mit beschäftigen. Ich danke euch sehr fürs Zusehen. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet viel Freude, Freunde. Bis zum nächsten Mal bei Contradiction. Macht's gut. Tschüss, Jan.